usual Frontier opening bell gets started this way, your trading day for the Wednesday, the 10th of May. Welcome everyone to the show. I am Bosun Omofai. And of course, skirting down straight to just get a summary of yesterday's trading day, the second day for the week. The Nigerian market up by a very 5 basis points, not so much on the ticker. A couple of names in the industrial goods and the banking space give that to the markets. Then you've got the BRVM standing just a few steps short of 200 on the composite by 0.36%. If you get something as close to that, the Pan West African Regional Exchange Composite Index will cross the 200 reading again. Let's see if that happens between now and Friday. The Egyptian market shook off Monday's positive reading, took a dive 1.8%. Inflation came in a little better than expected, about 30.7 reading for about 32.6% in the month of March. That's according to Bloomberg reports. Then you've got the Nairobi securities market printing 1.46%, a very deep haircut for big stocks on the Nairobi exchange. Then you got the GSE 1.01% as negative sentiments from the emerging markets knocked off those a few points off the South African equities market as the all-share index, that is 77,776. Great. Let's look at East Africa's top stories, headlines this Wednesday, with Kenya's Capital Market Authority urging reinstatement of preferential tax rates for those in the marketplace, while Ethiopia is set to beat Uganda and Tanzania for Kenya's investments abroad. In the meantime, Tanzania's coal exports rose to about $224 million in the year ending March 2023. That's according to the Central Bank of Tanzania, the BOT, while Uganda sees climate finance needs at about $28 billion US dollars through to the year 2030. Uganda is currently hosting the East African Oil and Gas conference, in which President Yoweri Museveni is asking China and other interested lenders to step in as European banks are stepping aside from the multi-billion-dollar East Africa oil and gas pipeline project, which President Museveni says will go on despite all odds. In West Africa, let's check in with a few stories making headlines this Wednesday with the Nigeria's Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, yesterday. President Osinbajo saying Transcorp should be well commended for the way it's handled the Afam power plant so far. It was officially commissioned yesterday and delisted from the Bureau of Public Enterprises monitoring list and now fully on the books of Transcorp PLC, which is a conglomerate of energy, power, oil and gas, hospitality and leisure listed on the Nigerian exchange. The shares of Transcorp went up yesterday on the Nigerian exchange. In the meantime, the central bank's governor, Godwin Emefiele, says the bank will penalize shipping lines over undocumented exports and ask all exporters of non-oil goods to report adequately and repatriate all funds as and when due. It's the annual non-oil export conference of the central bank, the Bankers Committee, and its partners. Total Energies market in Senegal says its net profit was up 80.59% for 2022, while Vivo Energy listed on the Ivorian market reporting 59% profit in full year 2022. And the face-off between Femi Otedola, billionaire businessman and investor, and Tony Elumelu of Transcorp got a new level yesterday with Femi Otedola issuing a press statement regarding his previous relationship with Tony Elumelu during the previous years of privatization in the power sector. All that is already in the public domain. So let's check in with Southern Africa, where President Hichilema of Zambia is expected in France today to meet with Emmanuel Macron, the president of the country, as well as creditors, to discuss Zambia's state of debt and funding supports, as well as trade that Zambia is looking to get from France and broadly speaking from Europe. President Hichilema touching down in Paris today for those discussions. The South Africa's Reserve Bank sees little risk of rating cut after grey listing, and that's according to Fondi Shazibana, who is a deputy governor at the Reserve Bank. And Eskom says not to be blamed for Botswana's blackout, and that's the latest there, while Eskom itself, South Africa is looking to spend about 146.7 million rand to protect Eskom power plants. And Zimbabwe is digging in for that digital gold token rollout to support the ailing Zimbabwean dollar. And first, Capital Bank of Zimbabwe shareholders has okayed the movement of this company from the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange to the dollar-based Victoria Falls Exchange, the VFEX in Victoria Falls. And those are the latest from Southern Africa. Just a quick shot into North Africa, by the way, to see what's making the headlines as we get in the third trading day of the week on the way. Egypt. Export value up by about $24 billion over 8-year period, 2014 to 2022. In the meantime, Morocco's GDP growth is expected at about 3.2% this year, while the Northern African economy has overtaken US to become the world's third top raspberry exporter. So and getting it all out as part of the agro exports of Morocco. And Tunisia inflation is slightly to about 10.1% in the month of April. That's the latest data we got through the last session. While Citibank is appointing Omar Hafiz as a new director for North Africa, East and Central Asia. It will have a very, very large footprint of coverage under his portfolio. I will say congratulations to Hafiz for taking over that position. And that's the package for today on Your Frontier Opening Bell. I am Botswana. Have a great and positive trading day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.